Have you ever felt? Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. 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 My goodness. Ooh-wee. Are you making money? My goodness, my goodness. The markets are on fire. Look at the greatest show on earth. Look at the level 2 on this baby. My goodness, up 411%. Wow. 13 million shares. This is why you gotta love penny stocks. CDII coming up from the underworld. 350%. Are you kidding me? Look at this move. And then the shorters, or is that just sellers? My goodness. Up 350%. Wow. It's even bringing the sun out in Vancouver. It's so hot. Oh boy, what a great day. You know, I can't help but share what's happening because there's something very special that's happening. And I just feel like I have to share it with the whole world because we're on YouTube, the greatest platform on the planet. I love you, YouTube. Without you, YouTube, none of this is possible. And now it's true. We have our own app. And because of this app, we have the ability, thanks to you, Dan, the IT guy. Man, oh man. We have the ability now to communicate in real time. What has transpired due to this is an explosion of knowledge that's being shared in real time that's allowing us to identify all the hottest stocks in the universe and allowing us to do that before the market even opens. So it's pretty exciting when you know that companies are going to make these types of moves and go up 350%, and you're not going to miss it. And we're able to identify it first, and we can identify it while it's happening. And it's all because of you guys, because without you guys, none of this would even be possible. The reality is you, the community, you, the people, you have spoken. And you want more out of life. It's true. You want freedom. And money, unfortunately, in this world buys us freedom. Now, I've told you guys this before, and I'm going to tell you this again, that public companies print money. They're called shares. Whether they're small companies or large companies, they're printing money. And the Federal Reserve Bank also prints money. It's a currency. It's printed. The thing that we work for so hard every day, the elite, they print it. So we work every day for something that other people print and then make a spread on. So once I realized that, I said I can't work a 9 to 5 anymore. I just won't do it. Okay, wait, hold on. We need to start dating. CDII, we are officially... See this right here? That means we're dating. There you go. We're dating CDII. You know what? And because CDII is doing so well, I think we need to give it some recognition. Because when there's success, I believe recognition is deserved. And I think in a situation like this, anyone that's watched the show knows exactly what I'm going to do. Now, if you're driving, you probably want to mute it because I don't want you driving off the road. I have heard that people love my show, but they don't like it when I do the air horn because it literally makes them want to drive off the road. So get ready. I'm preparing you guys for recognition. Are you ready? Do you want recognition? CDII. It's on fire. It's putting me in a great mood. I mean, when stocks are up 300, 400%, do I really need to show you any more? I just want to do the thump and jump and just watch the stock jump. I mean, that's pretty amazing. What do you guys think? When's the last time you made 4 times your money? Or 3 times your money? The stock market, Rich TV Live, and YouTube is giving you, the average person, anywhere in the world, the opportunity to make money. It's absolutely free. It's true. I know. It's hard to believe, right? And I know a lot of you think I'm a magician. A lot of you think I have magic in these fingers. The magical broken fingers. Especially this one. The magical broken finger. And these magical fingers bring me stocks. So, you're probably wondering, what other tricks I have up my sleeve? We haven't even started talking about all the tricks I got up my sleeve. And anybody that knows my show and anybody that knows what's really going on is part of the community that's growing so quickly. You know that there's a lot more tricks up the sleeve. I mean, CDII, that's just the beginning. But before I get into all the other tricks up the sleeve, because I am, like you guys say, an illusionist. A lot of you say, this guy, he doesn't got all the picks. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. These are illusions. It's not really up 376%. It must be an illusion. But I told you guys, this is about slowing down. Okay? And realizing there's 10,000 companies out there, and we don't need to invest in all 10,000. Now, it would be amazing if you could. I don't know if that would work for you. I think if you could invest in just the best ones, that would work for you. And that's really what we want to do here. We don't want to be prejudiced to stocks. We don't want to be prejudiced to anybody on Rich TV Live. I think that we're a community of people that are focused on people helping people. And we don't really care about what the stock does, what industry it's in. We care more about how much money they make. We care more about how they're building their balance sheet. We care about how much debt they're putting on their balance sheet. We care about what type of toxic debt they may have or they may be in the process of eliminating. We care about how many shares they have issued outstanding, how many shares are authorized, how many shares are issued to insiders, how many shares are being retired. There's a lot of fundamentals that go into running a public company. So when you can learn to identify what they are and start learning to do the due diligence, which means learning how to read their balance sheet, going into the company and reading their news, getting to know the company intrinsically. And I always joke about how it's like dating. But to me, it really is, because you need to get to know these companies inside and out. And when you get to know the companies inside and out and you start to talk about them, you'll get to know their patterns. You get to know their history. You get to know what they're going to do before they do it. And it's always fun to get a chance to see stocks do well that you've been talking about or you've been featuring on your show, which seems to be somewhat of a pattern with our show. And I think that's a very powerful thing, which shows that something special is happening. Something bigger than me, something bigger than the average person, you at home. But the beautiful thing is anybody can join and anybody can be a part of this. And we don't want to be racist. We don't want to be prejudiced to any stocks or anybody. We want to be a community of people that are focused on having fun, making money, and people having people. People helping people. So when we find these types of deals that are up 376%, we need to think about why are they up 376%. This is about learning how to make money. This is about you having an education. This is about you learning without even making an investment. I just want you to learn about the stock market because it can change your life. Everybody loves real estate, but some people, a lot of people are afraid of stocks, which I think is very silly because anybody that I know that's wealthy is invested in stocks. So why wouldn't you invest in stocks? It just doesn't make sense not to do it. Now, if you're looking for big board stocks, I mean, one of the stocks that's one of the hottest stocks in the universe right now, I mean, I can give you a bunch of big board stocks. I don't even want to show it because they're not up that much. But Apple right now is on fire. It's a guaranteed. I mean, just book it right now. If you buy Apple, you're going to make money. Let's be honest. The other guarantee is Facebook. The other guarantee is Google. The other guarantee is Amazon. The other guarantee is Tesla. I mean, those are all monsters. They just acquire their growth, which is what I talk about here on Rich TV Live. When you're a public company, you have shares. Shares are a currency, which can be printed. Sound familiar? Like the Federal Reserve Bank. They print money for America. So when America's getting into debt, that's an imaginary number that's created by paper that's being printed. So, all of the smart guys decided to create this printing press and, have us all fight in the rat race for this paper. And some people make hundreds of thousands and some people make millions, and they think they're not part of the rat race. But the thing they don't understand is you're always a part of the rat race as long as you're chasing paper. But if you're printing paper, like a public company does, now you're not chasing paper anymore. You're printing. Which gives you the ability, as an average individual, having a public company is like the poor man's legitimate expression to have their own bank. Because now you have the ability to print it. And anytime you need more, you just print more. It's true. I know, I'm blowing your mind, right? But that's what I want to do here on Rich TV Live. I want to teach you guys stuff that nobody in the world is teaching you. It doesn't matter what country you're in. It doesn't matter where you come from. Everybody wants to come to America. Let's be honest. Everybody wants to visit America. The American currency is the most circulated currency in the world. So the euro was really created as an opportunity to compete against the US dollar. So it would be circulated throughout Europe more than the US dollar. It's true. So there's wars within the wars. There's a lot of ways to make money. Real estate and stock, to me, are the two best, safest ways to make money. And if you want to invest in stocks that are safe, invest in Apple, invest in Facebook, invest in Amazon, invest in Google, invest in Netflix, invest in Tesla. Those are money-making machines. It's true. If you want to invest in stocks that are going to go up 376%, though, in a day, you have to invest in penny stocks. And penny stocks are the fastest way to make 300 to 400% your money in a day. So because we are now working as a community, we're able to identify these winners before they break out, before they happen. And this is very exciting to me because this is like changing the world. We're able to sift through all the promoters, all the different stocks that are up after hours, and as a community, identify the winners. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to talk about these winners in our contents on YouTube. Talk about it. Share the winners. Share the winning in the comment section of YouTube so that we can share this with the world, people. It's all about telling the world about how much winning is really happening and how much learning and how much growing is really happening. Because I don't really think a lot of people really understand what's happening. And to me, I believe it's life-altering. It's the powers of the gods of the universe coming together in one place to help you, the average individual, get off your couch, take that cigarette money, take that bad habit money, take that money that you have that's dead money, and start learning how to invest in yourself. Start identifying the winners. I talk about the Fab Six medical marijuana stocks that I believe long-term are going to be home runs. Canopy Growth Corp, TWMJF, WEED in Canada. APH, APHQF in America. ACB, ACBFF in America. SL, Supreme Pharmaceuticals, SPRWF in America. OGI, Organogram, OGRMF in America. These are all companies that I'm watching. And don't forget the Kronos Group, PRMCF, MJN. That's the Fab Six medical marijuana stocks that I'm watching every single day that are going to be a part of a very large ETF that's happening in Canada. Symbol HMMJ. April 5th. That's next week, people. This is unprecedented, okay? So if you want to make money, now is the best time ever to learn how to get into the stock market. The stock market is in a bull run of epic proportions. A lot of people are predicting the market's going to crash. Honestly, I don't know, and I hope it doesn't, and I hope it never does. If the market does, that's why I always say, be in a cash position. Don't hold on to these stocks. Don't get emotionally attached, okay? Because when you get emotionally attached, you're eventually going to make mistakes, okay? When you're emotionally attached to stocks, you will always make mistakes. If you're not emotionally attached, you just buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. It's like a house. If you are emotionally attached to the house, you don't want to sell the house. You can't get emotionally attached to stocks. Even if it goes up the next day, you can always buy it the next day. So what if you missed a run for one day? Don't chase the stock. I'm just giving you advice because I've done it before, and every time I do it, I lose. I might not necessarily lose the trade. I might just lose money because when my money goes into a stock and it's stuck and the stock goes down, to me it's dead money. I can't move my money around. I can't make money with my money. So it's very vital to get in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, stick and move, stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. So that you can take your money and run and be in a cash position so if the market crashes, you're not affected. Moreover, if you're in a cash position, you'll be ready the next time CDII goes up 366%. So you can literally turn your money into 3-4 times your money. All of a sudden, $1,000 turns into $3,000. $100 turns into $300. 10 grand turns into 30 grand. 100 grand turns into 300 grand. That's what I'm talking about. That's the beauty and the power of the markets. And if you can learn to position yourself, and everybody says, Richard, what's the amount that you want to make on these trades? To me, it's anywhere from 10 to 30%. If I can make 10 to 30%, I'm very happy. Now, when I'm making trades, I'm not making trades with hundreds of dollars. I'm making trades with thousands of dollars. So if you're making trades with, let's say, 10 grand, if I'm making a trade, let's say, with 10 grand, and I got in the stock at a penny, and it was at 2.3 today, I would get out. Because I would be very disciplined and say, this could come down very quickly, and I'm happy to make my 100%. If I got in at 1 cent and got out at 2 cents, I'd be happy to make my 100%. Now, even if it went up 10% or 20% or 30%, I still would have been happy. Sometimes it's going to go up more, but it's not usually going to go up 300 to 400%. So you have to understand that. You have to really believe that it's not always going to go up that much. It's usually, even on a promotion, even on news, it might go up 30%. Usually. That's kind of what they'll do. They'll go up like 30%, 40%. I'm going to show you that later. But before, I want to show you why this went up 367%. Because I think it's vital. I could sit here and show you 100 stocks. I want you guys to start really understanding why stocks are moving. Understand why they make these moves. From a penny to over 3 cents within the day. You could have bought this stock and made 300%. Okay? So let's look at it. Now, bar chart gives it a 56% buy. So bar chart's giving it a 56% buy with the strongest short-term outlook. So bar chart thinks it's good, but they're not, it's not 100% buy on bar chart. Now, if you look at this, it's up 2,500% since December 16th. So obviously it's been on our radar. It's been on our watch list. Since February 13th, it's up 851%. And in the last month, this is nuts. Up 742% in the last month. That's right. It's true. CDII. So if you bought this stock a month ago, you would have made 7 times your money. On $100, you would have made $700. On $1,000, you would have made $7,000. On $10,000, you would have made $70,000. That could be life-changing money. So this is why I'm explaining to you guys that it doesn't matter if you have no money or if you have lots of money. The markets can be something that actually buys you freedom, because the markets allows you to make money anywhere. It's true. So why did CDII go up so much today? So here's the news, okay? Obviously, I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm going to bring it to you guys because that's what I do. Okay. So CD International Enterprises. CD International Enterprises, a U.S.-based company that sources industrial commodities and provides business and management corporate consulting services, today announced that CDI, Shanghai Management Company Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of CD International, has entered into a multi-year distribution agreement with a company I can't say because it's just so difficult. Jiangxi Agricultural Development subsidiary of CD International Company Limited, Shangxi. Sorry for just slaughtering your name. To distribute high-grade cannabinoid oil, CBD crystal, 99% processed from industrial herb in the United States. Industrial hemp in the United States. Under the distribution agreement, Shaanxi will be responsible for large-scale production of CBD processed from industrial hemp in China and supply of CBD crystal 99% up to, why not 100? Things that make you go, Up to 100 kilograms per month or 1,200 kilograms per year for distribution in the US. CD International has an exclusive right to distribute CBD in the United States for 10 years. Wow, that's some big news. CBD is a natural concentrate extracted from cannabis or hemp and is considered a food nutrient delivering the benefits of cannabinoids without the psychotropic effects of a word I do not even want to try to announce, THC, when derived from industrial hemp. The ongoing research into the effects of CBD on a variety of diseases is expanding in the USA. As the domestic cannabis industry opens up, research has indicated that CBD is a non-toxic and non-addictive natural concentrate extracted from industrial hemp. According to some major research institutions and a CNN documentary, CBD has shown to be effective in treating epilepsy, Alzheimer's disease, cirrhosis of the liver, and to provide relief from hangover. How many of you need that? Anxiety and stress. This is huge news, guys. CBD has been legalized in all 50 states of the U.S. Do you hear that? That's the sound of money. It's being printed. CBD has been legalized in all 50 states of the U.S. of A. The primary function of CBD is to protect the brain and nervous system, help digestion problems, relieve pain, and reduce anxiety and stress. This concentrate can be widely used in nutrition supplements, skincare products, normal beverages, and functional beverages. Sounds like a great thing to me. What do you guys think? You want to hear some more? Commenting on the CBD distribution agreement, Dr. James Wang, chairman and CEO of CD International, said, "We are very excited to enter this brand new business to develop a new profit center. CBD supplements have become a hotspot in the health products market in the US, according to the CBD report published by the Hemp Business Journal. CBD is one of the fastest growing market categories in the US of A. Hemp and legal marijuana industries with a compound annual growth rate of, are you ready for this? 59%. That is incredible. The Hemp Business Journal, CBD is one of the fastest growing market categories in the US. Hemp and legal marijuana industries with a compound annual growth rate of 59%. That is unheard of. That is staggering. Now, if you're not paying attention and you're not learning, then you're not earning. want you to make money, people. I want you to really understand why these things are going well. It's the medical marijuana stocks. This is a medical marijuana stock. CBD. MJ. Mary Jane. 420. You catch me? That's what's going on here, people. In 2015, the CBD industry grew from a nearly invisible market a few years ago to 202 million in consumer sales. And it is further expected to grow to 2.1 billion. That's a 10-bagger, people. From 202 million to 2.1 billion in consumer sales by 2020. Is it not 2017? So you're telling me the hemp industry and CBD oil industry is going to grow by 10 times in the next two and a half years? That's pretty good. I mean, damn. I didn't even know that. That's pretty huge. My goodness. My goodness. Should I read more? Because I'm just getting my brain blown right now. Is your mind blown? There's a reason why these stocks go up 400%, people. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. They don't just magically go up 400%. Sometimes they do. That's insiders within the deal playing games. On average, that's not the reason why they go up, okay? On average, the reason why they go up is because they're either being promoted by stock promoters, which I'm going to show you who have done a very good job today. So today, I give it to the promoters. They have actually made people within our community, I don't even have to say the word, money. That's right. They've made us money. So good job, promoters. You guys are earning your money. So let's talk about this some more. If we are able to distribute 100 kilograms per month, oh my goodness, I'm getting all excited. If we are able to distribute 100 kilograms per month, or 1,200 kilograms per year in the U.S., we would generate, are you ready for this? Over 60 million in revenues according to the current market wholesale price. Management is confident that our new business could generate substantial profit opportunities for our shareholders for years to come. Wow! Attila, thank you for sharing this. I read this news because one of my subscribers, Attila, told me to read the news. So I read the news and I was just blown away. I thought this news was extremely powerful. I thought this news was exciting. And obviously the results speak for themselves. You see a sub-penny stock go up today 300%. It's still at 2 cents, people. And if this company is making $60 million, they're a hell of underexposed, underappreciated, and undervalued at 2 cents. That's right, 2 cents. Now, they're up 300%, so be careful. You know, you want to see how the market responds to this. I mean, every time they put out news, it's always based on future prospect. We could make $60 million. But what are you making right now, CDII? That is the real question. So that's one thing I want you guys to understand. Don't get so excited when you hear the news and immediately run to buy the stock. I want you guys to do the research, do the due diligence, get to know the companies, date the companies, get to know what you're getting involved with. But if you're getting into good companies that are in the right industry, that have the potential to grow, that are undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, and you can get in at these low levels, that's how you could make 5 times your money. Because if this stock continues to put out this type of news and starts showing revenue, I totally expect this to go to over 10 cents and then maybe even into $1 or more range if it's generating 60 million revenue. Now remember, there's a very big difference between them generating 60 million in revenue and them actually making 60 million in revenue. So this is one I'm going to be watching. This is one that I'm already been dating for a while now. We've been watching it very carefully, but I believe that this news is extraordinary. I think that this news is why I love the MJ industry, because we're looking for these types of opportunities, and more so in the MJ industry, these opportunities are becoming, they're happening more often than not in the medical marijuana space than in other industries right now. Like I follow every industry. We follow all the stocks. You don't see 300% moves too often with stocks that are in other industries right now. There are some exceptions. The pharmaceutical industry is one of them. I believe the medical marijuana space and the pharmaceutical space are two of the hottest spaces. Now, if you actually add Bitcoin to that, we've seen BITCF do some big moves. It's starting to come back down right now, which creates buying opportunities. We've seen USRM explode, which is in stem cell research. So when you're getting, we've also seen IPNFF explode, get halted, and come back down, but it did explode, and it's a virtual reality stock. So when you see this happening, it's like a trend is happening, and we're able to identify these winners in real time. We're getting better at it, and it's like things are slowing down so that we can really identify the winners. So we do not even look at the losers. We don't want to even acknowledge them. We don't want to focus on them. We want to focus on stocks that have the big mo for momentum, because momentum leads to you making money, and momentum can push stocks up 10%, 20%, 30%. Now, what is the perfect storm? How does a stock go up 10 to 20 to 30%? How do you make money? Well, let's take a look at this stock. Now, I'm very excited about this one because we were all talking about it with our community yesterday. Thanks to you, YouTube. Without you, none of this would even be possible. That's for all the winners out there. This was being promoted. And congratulations to the promoters. You guys were big winners. Excuse me. You guys were big winners today. And you guys took this stock up 31%. And we were watching it, and we were talking about it within our community, which is why I love YouTube so much, because without YouTube, none of this would be possible, because we are live streaming and we're creating a community of like-minded individuals that want to work together to help each other find winners. Well, lo and behold, MOLOF was being promoted. Immediately, I talked about it, and everybody talked about it within our community that we built here on YouTube. It's true. And what happened, guys? Talk about it, guys. In the room right now, I want you guys to tell everybody that's not part of the community that wants to join the fastest growing community of winners. Look at this, guys. This is unprecedented. This is going to go up while we're watching the show. I mean, where else does this happen, guys? It's about to hit 42 cents. Watch. It's unbelievable. Look at that. The bid just popped up. Boom. 40 by 42. This is amazing. So the promoters promote the stock right away and let everybody in their community know, guys, full alert, MOLOF. Angel was all over it. He loved this pick. And Angel, my friend, you are winning, my friend. And when we're able to identify the winners before they win, because look, it opened up here, guys, so you could have bought it right at the open. And we all talked about it. And what did it do? What did I tell you guys? The magic number. 10 to 30%. Went up, came down, and went all the way up again. Okay? People are taking their profits and running. People took their profits and ran, and then bought it up again, took the profits and ran. So you can literally see where people are buying it and selling it. Buying it, selling it. And now it's selling it, coming back down. So it's been up a lot more than 31% today. I mean, it's been up over 50% today. So it's been absolutely on fire. And we identified it first. And we talked about it before the stock even opened up today. And that is so amazing. It just goes to show that we're using the tools of the gods. And do you know what the tools of the gods are? Technology, communication, information, people working together. And when you put it all together, you make money. And that money you make creates freedom for you to do what you want to do, so you can actually start living your life and stop being a part of the rat race. It's true. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think it stops there? Or do you think we found more? I know, it's true. I know. We found more. Oh, I got a call coming in. Attila.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good. We are live on YouTube, my friend.
Yep, I'm watching it now.
So what do you think about CDII and that news? You told me this morning to read the news. I actually saw it was up. I was going to talk about it. I didn't even read the news until you told me to. So what do you think about it? You think right now it's a good price because it's up 307%? Would you buy it at 2 cents, or would you wait and watch it? What would you do?
Personally, I'd wait and just see what it's doing right.
Good man. Smart. Good advice. That's what I like to talk about all the time. Now, what do you think when you saw that news and you see that they're talking about potentially making $60 million in revenue? It's pretty.
That's super outstanding.
That's pretty substantial for a 2 cent stock over my shoulder, don't you think?
Absolutely. And that news there. You read that entire article, and I see it in the future. I mean, I don't know if people realize this. Recreational. We're all waiting for it. But I think where the real big money's going to be is in, like you said, the medicinal and the biofarm space with medical marijuana. So I think that's where the big money's going. And, these CBDs that they're creating with just hemp even. Hemp has more CBDs in it than the marijuana with the THC. So hemp has no THC, but it has far more CBDs than the marijuana that has the THC. And there are companies out there that are just strictly into the hemp for the CBD content that they're after.
Did you see that the part of the article that said that the hemp and CBD industry is going to grow from 202 million in 2015 to 2.1 billion by 2020?
I read that part, and I started to get a chub on when I read that. I
Oh
Now,
my goodness.
anyway, there's something else there. I actually text you something there, but I'm glad I'm live with you because I can mention it now. I don't know if people knew about this. There is a marijuana ETF that's coming out. Check this out. On April 5th, it will premiere on the TSX on April 5th. The ETF is finally here.
That is
And
right.
it's made
That's right. HMMJ. We've been talking about it. We've been all over it, and I'm so happy that you're bringing it up. What do you think about it? How excited are you
I
about
think,
it?
it's a great opportunity. A lot of these, there's a lot of these companies that they're associated with this ETF are just going to be awesome. I assume they're going to come up with one in the United States, but this one here is a Canadian ETF, and it highlights a great number of the medicinal marijuana companies. But there are also a couple of other U.S. plays in there too, along with this ETF. So there are some companies that have activity both in the U.S. and in Canada. So that's a nice kind of a thing. So
Well, this ETF will be on the TSX on the Toronto Stock Exchange under the symbol H as in Harry, MMJ. M, mother, J, obviously Jeffrey, MJ, Mary Jane, HMMJ. So this is going to be a Canadian ETF, but they are actually working. I don't know if you're aware of this, Attila. They are working on an American ETF right now. It's currently got 69 companies in it, and they are all medical marijuana companies in America, and they are filing with the SEC right now.
So when are they going to be? When can you actually get that ETF?
That is being filed with the SEC. The one that's been approved by the TSX, HMMJ, that has already been approved as of April 5th. That will be launched, like you said. But they're working on an American one right now that has 69 companies in it. So I think that's going to be very interesting, and it's giving people the ability to invest in the industry, which I love it. I mean, I think it's they're going to be home runs. They're going to be home runs. The Canadian ETF, the American ETF, I'll buy it all. I think it's just gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
I'm not going to jump all over that American one right away, although there's several fantastic companies associated with that American ETF. If you remember, I talked to you about Pharmasite, who is doing the pancreatic cancer research and stuff. They're going to be a part of that American ETF also. But
Great.
the Canadian one, I actually, somebody sent me an email through Facebook, and they were showing me. Do you know who that person is?
Pardon me?
Do you know who that person is? Because there's a John Smith on Facebook. Very interesting that he's able to actually have my email address. Very interesting. Anyways, he's emailed me the information regarding this ETF. And Supreme Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of that is just spam, because right now these guys are being hired by a lot of these companies to push this out there. And that's where I get all my information, is by emails.
Right.
So I got the same email about the US ETF and 69 companies being a part of it and it getting registered with the SEC. So, I mean, you wonder how these guys get your emails. I mean, Companies sell your emails. Don't kid yourselves. That's how people get
Yeah.
your emails. This
For sure.
is
For
money
sure.
made in emails and information, right? So when people have your information, they can sell them. And if you have millions and millions of emails, that's very valuable. You can sell that and make a lot of money. So
Right.
that's the
You know, the same
unfortunate
guy-
world that we're in. So, sorry, go ahead.
This same guy sent me an email regarding this nutrient that's in question with Supreme, and you know they write saying that the Canadian Food Administration, I don't know what the exact acronym is for that. The Canadian Food and Drug Administration is the same thing almost as the FDA, but the Canadian version. And he writes me an email letting me know that this Remo is now is in the process of getting their product registered.
Wow.
Well, the thing is, I don't know. You remember what I spoke to you a couple days ago, and I told you I was talking to the actual person at the Canadian Food and Drug Administration kind of thing, and I forget the acronym. Anyways, they told me the longest that it takes to register a product through them, especially this type of agricultural type product, is maximum 500 days. And the scary part is the minimum amount of days it takes to register a product was 270.
Wow.
So, you know, it was nice for them to send me an email saying, oh, this product's getting registered. I'm not waiting 270 days for that registration.
No.
That means nothing to me. But I'm hoping right now, from what I understand, that it's still in the hands of Health Canada as far as whether Supreme gets their sale license in the very, very near future. I don't know if that's going to happen at all because I really don't know what the process is going to have to be at this point anymore because to get that particular product registered, I happen to know that Supreme has started a new crop since this information has come out, and they're not using that same nutrient that they were using. Only a fool would.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just keep burning money. So,
sure.
yeah, you know, obviously they got to start, you know, with something that's approved. Obviously, they weren't doing their due diligence. They should have known that wasn't the case. But
Right.
the good news for us is that it created a buying opportunity for anyone that wanted to buy the stock at a lower level. Because
For
the
sure.
stock's coming right back up now, and hopefully they'll turn this thing around. And, you know, the stock doesn't have a lot of liquidity. And I'm shocked that the CEO doesn't want to come on our show and build more awareness for himself because I'm pretty convinced that if he came on our show, he would get 10 times the liquidity that he has right now. I literally would call that. He would get 10 times the liquidity.
It's a shame that he wants to do his promoting through Facebook. I mean, yeah, anyone can do that.
Come on. John Fowler, right? That's his name? CEO?
That's his name, yeah.
John Fowler, if you're watching, like seriously, my friend, your liquidity in America is 175,000 shares at $1. I'm telling you right now, you get on Rich TV Live, we take that in the millions. This is what I'm telling you. Now, it's up to you. You could sit there at home and keep playing with your Facebook thinking that that is what is going to work in 2017. But I'm telling you right now, we are live on YouTube. The power of our community is unquestionable. And if you want to actually start creating liquidity and you want to get recognized by America, 10 times the size of Canada. I know your company's doing well in Canada. Let's take a look at the Canadian symbol, SL, which I am a shareholder, and Attila is a shareholder. It's at $1.52, traded 392,000 shares. So your stock doesn't trade. So if you want your stock to actually trade, make a small investment into Rich TV Live, and we'll give you the opportunity to come on the show consistently and tell your story. So as we grow and our community grows, you will grow. And as our community grows and buys your stock every day, your liquidity will grow. And as your liquidity grows and our channel grows, you grow, we all grow, everybody makes money, everybody's happy. It's the perfect storm, Johnny boy. The perfect storm